So many people are afraid of stress, yet we live with it in our world every day. Finding the art of using stress management as a survival mechanism. I use stress in every area of my life. I use it in my spiritual journey. When I'm stressed, what do I do? Do I meditate? Do I pray? Do I cry? What do I do? I use it in my understanding my finances. Stress is everywhere I go in my work, as I meet individuals in the process called life. Sometimes we have stress, and the stress is not within us, but we pick up on other people's stressors. Have you ever been in a room or walked into a room and you could take a knife and cut the stress even though they didn't voice it? Stress is in our everyday life. Now, in my physical form, every day my body seeks homeostasis, but does it find it? There are times like now, we are in a possible pandemic crisis with COVID-19. What do? Are you ready? Are you prepared? What have you done to make the transition to be ready and prepared? Or are you sitting down and hoping that others will take responsibility for your life? Are you in control? Or is your circumstances in control? What about your relationships? Have you ever been in a relationship with a sibling, with a parent, with co-workers, with spouses, with loved ones, period, with individuals that you meet in your everyday life? Can there be stress in relationships? I definitely think there may be stress in relationships. But how do you grab a hold of the management techniques, stress management techniques, and use them to your own advantage? Or are you? Now, can there be stress in the way we eat? I live in America. Can I say hello? Because every time I walk out there can be stress. I have a granddaughter, and there are moments when we're driving down the street and we're all excited. And she may be singing one of her amazing 100 or 1001 song all over again. And here's what happened. She spots a big old yellow arch. Do you think she stresses? Maybe. So stress is something that once you develop the technique to be able to handle stress in your everyday life, you become and can become a true professional at it, where you would look at life and say, that's impossible. You now look at it and say, hey, I'm possible. I can do this. I've got the drive within me to do it. What pushes us into a place of stress? Have you recognized your stress IQ? And if you recognize your stress IQ, have you learned how to use it to your own advantage to achieve major milestones and goals? Once you learn the art of it, your life will never be the same. As we begin to explore different ways of looking at stress, We can begin to manage it better by acknowledging the power we have over ourselves and the outcome we face. Sometimes we are even able to release stress by accepting that some things are simply out of our control, and to only put thoughts and energy into a subject if we know that we are able to influence the outcome in any way. Stress can be one of the biggest things to hold us back, but it doesn't have to be that way. If we learn positive coping mechanisms for stressors, then we can easily become unstoppable. Once we have control of our marvelous mind, then everything else comes with relative ease. Nothing is beyond our grasp. For me, discovering that was life transforming. So let me share something with you. Do you think, as a single mom, there were moments when I felt stress? You better believe that. Let me ask, did I volunteer for the single momship? Mm-mm. But the first sign of stress for me was being born. We stress coming out, shoving oxytocin into where we need to be so that we can come out. And let me tell you something. When we learn to use the hormones that stressors put in our bodies. Now, I don't like cortisol. I don't want to be heavier than I need to be. But if you learn what is the trigger for stress in my life, and you begin to put them in its right place, everything changes. Everything. And you'll see people around you that are absolutely stressed. But hey, you can handle it because you told yourself you could. If you think you can handle stress, you can. And if you think, I just can't handle any stress, then you just told yourself the answer, you can't. I can do all things. I'm not my own strength. Yes, I am my own strength. But there's a greater power that lies within me that gives me the ability to press beyond a stress point. And stressor is only to wake you up that there's something greater calling you beyond where you are. So if you're stressed right now, know this, you're coming into an awesome place and you're moving through the process as you should. It's not negative. But if you look at it as negative, it will create negative experiences in your life, in your relationship, in your finances, in your spiritual walk, in your physical form. Do you know stress is the thing that takes more people out of this earth than anything else? It doesn't matter what the disease process is. How did you get there? What stressors did you adapt to or allow to come in and cause the blockage? Are you willing to do what it takes to move that out? Now, if we can recognize what causes us to go into stress and begin to actively participate and create a space of surrender. What are you talking about, Coach? Surrender to stress? Well, here's what happened. The more you fight against it, it's the harder it becomes. When you learn to adapt and to create new techniques, my goodness, it's amazing where you're going to go. It's amazing where you are. So, what can you do today to create a space in your life that causes stress to become an ally? 1. recognize who you are and put you first. What do you mean, put me first? As a mom, I placed everything else around my momship, and I forget me. When I learn to create the amazing dance around my 3 children, grandchildren, and I remember who I am, and I recognize the unique gifts that has been given unto me, I learned homework was just a part of the plan. I recognize that every recital that you had to go to, you could do it, for you're strong. In my life's journey with stress, I remember being told that my husband was going to die from cancer. That's a physical, emotional nightmare. It's a stressor that you never planned on. It's a stressor that made me strong. It's a stressor that I had to take on and recognize that if I was ever going to be who I needed to be for my children, I had to become the queen of handling stress. Stress is your friend. And anything that you look at, you can now put into place measures that assist. So here's the next thing. Have you spent the time today with you? Or have you only spent the time with the task, with the people, with the job, with the traffic? Stop for 10 minutes. Take the time out now. Now, if you're driving, please don't stop in the middle of traffic. You want to pull over to the side where it's safe for you to do so. And because it's safe for you to do so, release yourself as you get into a comfortable position, a position that allows you to relax. Relax your head. Release your shoulders. Just allow yourself to experience the amazing vitality and energy of who you are. Relax into your abdomen. Take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Release. Feel the relaxation just going into your hips, to your thigh, out into your feet. And what you're going to do is you allow yourself to experience that. Remember, you are the master of your life. As you release yourself to experience the joy, the gratitude, what are you grateful for today? Let's begin with life. As you take hold of you, what's going to happen is you're going to transform your everyday experience. Release you. Release you. Remember, there is a God that loves you enough that He provided everything for you to ask, believe, and receive from Him. You're your greatest ally. Now take a deep breath again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow yourself to be. In being, you get to do and to have all that belongs to you. But in your mind, see the victories ahead. You're able to take on the task and to do them with and allow your Creator to come through you as you find your own rhythm. And that's what it is. It's a rhythm that you get into. And that rhythm, my friend, is beyond stress. I want you to open your eyes. And I want you to take a deep breath again. Breathe in. Hold it. Count to 4. Release. And you do that one more time. Breathe in. Hold it at 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And as you do that, I want you to walk into your amazing life, your amazing journey. You're capable, you're able, you're responsible, you are above average, and more than that, you are enough. I want you to take the time to tell yourself 50 times today and increase it tomorrow to 100 times. I am enough. I am enough. I want you to stand in the mirror and look at yourself and tell yourself you are enough. When you begin to breathe that and become that, enough shows up in your life. Enough grace, enough peace, enough joy, enough abundance. You are enough. With that, I want to say, have a wonderful, absolute, blessed day. Peace goes with you. Joy is yours. May all the love be around you this day as you go on your journey into your amazing life.